everyone, Elisa here from Mama and Robert Crochet, my guest host here today because the other one's lounging on the couch and has no interest in popping in. Hopefully won't come by and knock my tripod either. So I have a different cat hanging out with me today. This is Diana cat. This is something I made for my kids, and I told a story about what this came from before. And this is an accessorized this design pattern. But it doesn't have the unicorn horn. I added that. It was just a cat pattern. Okay, so this is a new series I'm going to start. Now, I've seen a lot of people sharing their top yarns. So I decided to do something like that, but a little bit different. So over the next few weeks, or more than a few weeks, next several weeks, I'm going to share one type of yarn I like from different categories or types, and tell you about it. And this is just my opinion. This is just yarns I like to use for different reasons. And the reason why is because I feel like sometimes there's some yarns you never think to use. But when I'm watching YouTube videos and I see someone else share it, sometimes I end up going out and buying it or deciding whether to buy it or not to buy it based on what the person says, if it's a yarn that's good for me or not. So I'm just going to share my favorite of different types of yarn just to help you out, so you know just some information about yarn, but then also it's interesting to see what other people like, because maybe you'll try something new. Okay, so this first yarn I decided to start with was just the plain basic yarn. So when I started crocheting, I used a lot of Red Heart, and pretty much like right away I started doing color work. So I used to knit, and knitting and color work and chasing kids did not mix. So I taught myself how to crochet, and I made them lots of things, and I bought a whole bunch of different colors of Red Heart. And well, I have sensitive skin, and so that didn't turn. I used it for years, but all these years later I realized that I could have prevented a lot of dry hands and things like that. And I found a lot nicer yarns to use. In fact, lately, I don't feel like Red Heart is really budget friendly. And if you like Red Heart, that's fine. I just don't, it's not one of my preferences. But it also, I mean, it's usually at least $3 for what's in there, 300 and something yards. And I don't feel like that price is necessarily the best deal you can get for a value yarn. I know I do like Pound of Love, and it can be a bit scratchy, but they have changed it. So a lot of my Pound of Love is old Pound of Love that I got several years ago that's in my stash. So I did order some new recently so I can try it out and see how it's changed. A lot of people have said some great things, but I'm hoping that it's a little softer than it was, because I would love to try it out again and see if it's not as scratchy. But like Pound of Love, you can, if you use a coupon for it, if you use 40% off, that puts you at $6-7, and that's like 1,000 yards. So that's why I don't always feel that Red Heart is your best option. Now, I do use it time to time, because I do have some in my stash, and there are other ones I use, like ombre. I do like the ombre, the color effect. I wouldn't necessarily use it all the time, but once in a while I might get a skein of that if it'll have a cool effect. But anyway, let's get on to my favorite average worsted weight yarn that's budget friendly. And that's one of the reasons I like this. So the first yarn I'm going to discuss, the yarn today I'm going to discuss is Big Twist. Big Twist is Joann's house brand yarn, just their basic everyday worsted weight yarn. It comes in a variety of colors. I want to say at least 30 colors or so. And it's very, very soft. It's not the softest worsted weight you've ever felt, but compared to something like Red Heart, it is soft. In fact, I have a project I'm working up right now. It's not with Red Heart. It's with the Spin Right Tent Sale yarn. It's like a big ball of the Monster Ball. And I have one of those, and then I have a Big Twist. And I'm using them both to make a project. And it's a color work project, so I'm going back and forth between the two, and it is amazing the difference you feel when you're going back and forth like that. So Big Twist has, where is it? 380 yards, that's very good. I know, I think if it has over 350, that's definitely a good worsted weight yarn. And especially because on their website, it's 350. Now, I see Big Twists go on sale at Joann's all the time. Quite a bit. In fact, I have a lot of Big Twists because around Christmas time last year, they did some kind of sale and then I had a coupon or something. And I got it for just over $1, $1.25. I got a whole bunch of skeins and I stocked up on as many colors as I could. Now, that doesn't happen all the time, but this goes on sale quite frequently. I usually see it for just over $2 or under. And that's a good deal. And if you can't get to a Joann's, you could keep an eye out too. Sometimes they have a free shipping coupon code, and if this is on sale too, I usually wait to buy any more I need if there's a free shipping code, and then also there's a this is on sale. But this is definitely, I really like this because of the softness and the price. So I mean, I usually wait and stock up when it's under $2 because for a reasonably soft worsted weight yarn and it's almost 400 yards, I feel like that's a very good deal. I mean, I have probably at least like 40 skeins of this or so, and I paid just over $1 for them. Well, I don't have that much anymore because I use it all the time. But I mean, that's a good deal when you think about that. If I paid around $40 and paid just over $1 per skein, that's a lot of yardage for that little bit. And there's definitely some decent colors. They have some brighter colors, but they have a lot of basic colors. So if you're looking for a basic yarn and you haven't tried this, I would try it. So it's much better. I would go for this over Red Heart very quickly. Now, I would also, so that's my favorite of the average worsted weight yarn for when I'm doing a color work project. If I can throw this in, I'll use this over some of the other yarns. Now, I would like to know, what is your favorite worsted weight yarn? What's your favorite average worsted weight yarn just when you need a color? What do you like? Because maybe I haven't tried one of them and I will try that one and see if I like that better. But that's all I have for you today, and I hope you enjoyed this. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you'd like to be alerted when I put out more of these videos. Have a great day.